Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with an Empties video. And I have a ton. It must have been a while since I've done this, so I'm just going to jump right into this. I think we've got makeup, hair, skincare, everything. And I'm going to start with, okay, that's a full one. But I've been through 2 bamboo fiberfuls, and this is always right beside me in my purse. Over here. This is just the best hairspray I've ever used. I love this. Why do I love this? Because it's like little fibers all over my hair. It's just like a little netting, a spider web on your hair. And so it holds really good, but then you can brush right through it. So it doesn't make my hair feel dirty or too stiff, but it does hold, and I love this. Okay, next I went through a Thayer's facial toner in Rose, and I love this. I use this on days when my skin is real sensitive. I've used a lot of retinols or acids, and it's feeling real sensitive. This is gentle, it smells great, and I just love it. I love this. I love this and my Clinique Clarifying Lotion too. Those are my go-tos, so I definitely replaced that. That's a loud trash can. Okay, next I went through an entire container of Max earplugs, these little pink soft foamy earplugs. You squeeze them together, stick them in, and then they expand in your ear canal. I can't sleep without these. I sleep with these and white noise on, and I don't hear anything. So I love my Mac earplug. Okay, next I went through a Lancome Visionaire, and I love this. I have used this, I don't know for how many years, 4, 5, 6, and I love it. And I definitely replaced it. When I'm running low on this, I'll replace it in a sale because it's pricey. I don't know what's in it. I do definitely think this makes my skin better, but I don't know what the ingredients are. But I always get a big one during a sale or at Christmas, and I love this. I love to put a little dropper of niacinamide in with this. Makes the nicest combination. So I love my Visionaire. Okay, next I went through an Osmosis Skin Factor Growth Factor Serum. And I love the idea of being on a growth factor. I like this one because it lasts a while, because these are kind of pricey. And I just get 1 pump of this. I use it at night and sometimes in the morning, just whenever I feel like it. Keep it by my sink in there. And I just love this. It's got a kind of a gel feel to it. It just feels really nice, spreads really nice. And I like the idea of being on a growth factor. I don't know, everything a growth factor does, but I know they're supposed to be real good for our skin. I went through a Burt's Bees Gentle Foaming Cleanser, and I will replace this, but I haven't. Right now, I'm using up an Obashi that I love, and I'm using up a ZO, which I like, but I won't replace. It's got little exfoliating beads that I'm not crazy about. I have to rinse and rinse to get them off, but I will replace this after I use a couple of more things up. That just is great. It doesn't strip my skin. It's inexpensive. There's really no need to spend more on a cleanser. I went through an aromatherapy Bath & Body Works Energy Bath and Shower Gel, and I liked this fine. It did smell energizing, kind of eucalyptusy, but yeah, I'm not going to replace this. My favorite is the Soft Soap Pomegranate and Mango Infusions. If you've been here a while, I've beat that dead horse to death. Then I went through a Nexus Therapy shampoo, and I didn't notice anything great or bad with this. It was just okay, so I won't replace that. It was fine. I went through a Nioxin cleanser shampoo, and I use this all the time. I think just about every time I shampoo, either this or Aussie Volume, and usually this. I usually put this on, scratch it into my scalp real good to try to slow shedding, and I love that. Then I went through a Tarte Shape Tape. And I love this. I have about 3 backups of it. This and, a bunch of other concealers that I love. But the Shape Tape still has a place. This is one of my, I bet that's top 3. I love it. I love it, especially for touching up during the day. I went through a Nioxin conditioner every time I shampoo. This is on my scalp, and I let it sit on about 3 minutes. And then I usually put Aussie Volume through the rest of my hair. But yeah, I love that. I went through a Rita Hazan Root Concealer Touch-Up Spray. And I think I have some of this on today. Let me see if there's any left No, there's nothing left in it. But I love this root touch-up. This does not make my hair feel too dirty, so I can spray it on right after I shampoo and still go 3, 4, 5 days between shampoos. And I love this for root touch-ups. It saves me from having to color so much, which I think is helping my hair be healthier because I'm not coloring it every month. I'm coloring it probably every 2 months because of that. And I love it. Then I went through a niacinamide, and I've already talked about that. I love to mix that with my Lancome Visionaire. I love this, and I quit using it for a little bit, and I can't say I really noticed anything with it or without it, but it's just one of those things that I feel good doing. It's a B vitamin. It's gotta be good for me. So, I like it. I like keeping this in my regimen. This is about $6, so why not? So, yeah, I like the niacinamide by The Ordinary. Okay, then I went through another concealer. This Armani Power Fabric or Power Stretch. I'm not replacing this because it's a thinner, lighter consistency. But if you like kind of a medium cover, it's a medium to full cover, and it's thin. I liked it, but I'm not replacing it. I just have other things I like better. Namely, my top right now is this Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Multi-Use. I've never used a concealer this good. Never. If I was only going to have one, this has got to be it. I've never tried anything like that. One of you girls told me about it, and it is fantastic. I got it in 2 colors. I like it so much. Okay, I have 3 Essence Volume Booster primers because I loved one of them. This is my go-to primer, and then I had 2 that didn't really work that great. I don't know if they've been sitting on the shelf for a long time because of COVID or what, but I'm going to try a couple more because they're less than $5. But if they change the formula, if I'm not liking this as much, I'll quit using it because I didn't really like the last 2 I used, so I'll keep y'all posted on that. I went through 2 Lash Princesses because I keep one in my purse and one here. I'm sure that's why I have 2. But this is my go-to every day over my primer. I love my Essence Sculpted Volume, the purple. I also went through a Clinique Lash Primer, and I love this over the Essence when the Essence is the Essence that I like. I like this over that. This just builds beautiful eyelashes. Beautiful. One of you girls told me about it, and I have to work harder at it, but I love the lashes this gives me. They are really long and separated and not overly stiff. This is lovely. I like it a lot, and I have another one on the way. Okay, next I went through a Thrive, and I've not replaced this, honestly, because I forgot. I'm going to order this today. I love it. It's a tubing mascara, and sometimes I like a primer and regular mascara, and sometimes I like this. It's just depending on my mood, and I love my Thrive mascara. I'm going to buy another one today. Okay, next I went through an art liner, and I love this by Lancome. Heard about this on Lisa D1 a long time ago, and I love this. But I also love what I have on today, my e.l.f. So I don't know if there's any need for me to buy an art liner, even though I love it. The packaging is lovely. I don't know if I'll replace it or not. I like my e.l.f. a lot. Okay, then I went through a L'Oreal True Match. This one is in Baby Blossom, and I'd used most of it, and then the rest of it broke and fell out. So it's clean. But I loved this. It is a baby pink, and I'm not replacing it, but I would. The only reason I'm not replacing it is because I have got an Ulta store over here of blushes. I mean, I'm like a store. So there's no need for me to buy another blush. Right now, instead of this, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Love Glow over, hold on, I'll show it to you. I'm using the Love Glow because it's light and it's really nice over cream blushes. So I'm using this right now. I don't need to spend $10 more on a blush, but beautiful. Beautiful. It is just a baby, springy pink, and it's beautiful. I will eventually replace that. I went through a NARS little radiant cream concealer like this, and I got a big one of this. This just covers surprisingly well. And I say surprisingly, It's a classic, but I hate the little doe foot on it. I don't hate it, but I don't care for it that much. So I, really have to tap it on. I like a bigger doe foot, but then I get it on and it covers great. It lasts all day. It is a very nice concealer. I love it, and I have a big one of that. I went through a Clinique 7-day scrub. I will definitely replace this, and I don't know why I haven't yet. I think because in fact, I have two right here, cheap nubby washcloths. Mary Ellen's always talking about cheap nubby washcloths. I keep them handy, and I have about 60 of these under my vanity. And I think, why do I spend on a manual exfoliator when I have cheap nubby washcloths that I can just scrub skin off? So y'all let me know your opinion on that. Let me know what you think. But I love this because it's kind of mentholy, it's refreshing, and then it feels like a sugar scrub. I am going to replace this. I'm going to replace that today. Okay, then I went through, something's leaking in here, a Sephora Lash Craft big volume. This is great. And a lot of days I layer with this over my Essence. And some days I do and some days I don't, but I love my Sephora Lash Craft. And it's about $14, so it's mid-range. Okay, next I went through a Nioxin Copper. Heard about this on Pinsmith Skincare, and I love this. I love the copper because on days when I'm not using retinol, I don't want to use a retinol, my skin is irritated, I love my copper. This has so much exciting research on it, and I'm holding 2 bottles because you mix them. No, I'm holding 2 bottles because I've been through 2 of them. I went through a big one and a little one. I just love this. When I'm not using retinol, I love to use that. I love the idea of it. It's supposed to be great for your skin. That is very pricey, so I alternate that with the ordinary buffet with copper in it. So that lasts longer, but I love it. Okay, then I went through something leaked all in here, a Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish. I did replace it. This is lasting longer for me than it used to. These run out real fast, but I'm kind of using it with other things. The number 7, the flowers real good. I used that up, and then some others. So it's lasting longer than it used to, but during a sale, I like to get more of that because it is a beautiful blur. It is. I always want to keep that. Then I went through a Dermablend, and I think I'm almost through with another one. I love this to set my face. It's a transparent powder. Does not change the color of my foundation at all. It just is very light, and I really like that. Really like it. Okay, then I went through, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'll get a quieter trash can by next time. I also went through an e.l.f. liner, and this is the one I replaced. It's the one I have on today, and I love the e.l.f. liner. I just kind of feel like, why spend $25 or $30 on a liner when there's e.l.f.? So, I love that e.l.f. Okay, then I went through some fragrances. I went through a Casamorati Lyra. This is if I could only keep one, it would be a sad situation, but this is the one I would keep. It is a dreamsicle, a vanilla, cookie, baking, smelling perfume. This smells like I walked into to get a massage one day, and a guy in there said, "Y'all are holding out on us. You're baking cookies." It was this. This just smells just like a sweet dessert, but not in a cloying way that kind of turns your stomach. It's light and vanilla and orange, and it's got a little lavender in it. Daily. The only way I can see that offending anybody is if they were allergic to it. This is the one I choose to wear when I'm going to be out a lot. I also went through, and I love this one too. This is the Jean Paul Gaultier La Belle, and this is probably a close second to that one, to my Lyra. This is my husband's favorite, and I've been through an entire bottle of this in about 3 months, and I have a giant one in there. And since my husband loves it so much, I wear it all weekend. I wear La Belle all the time. He always compliments me on it. Then I went through a Derma E Firming DMAE serum, and I love this. And recently, Penny at Pinsmith Skincare said she loves it too. She said she thought she could tell some firming, and I have thought that for several years. And when she mentioned it, I picked it back up and started using it again, and I do love this. I haven't replaced it yet because I've been so focused on copper and some other things, but I might. I do think that this kind of gives me the appearance of a little bit firmer skin. I think I will replace this. I'm going to be buying a bunch today. Okay, then 2 supplements, a vitamin C that I'm taking like mad. I'm taking one of these every couple of hours to protect myself from COVID, flu, bronchitis, anything that starts coming on in the wintertime. And then heard about this next one on My Life Wendy. And that is the sea buckthorn oil blend omega-7 complete. It helps with fat loss, not on your body. It doesn't help with fat loss on your body, but your face. If you've lost some fat on your face, sea buckthorn oil. Now, to buy this in a product, it is expensive, a couple of $100s. So she bought the supplements, and so I did that. And I have to tell you, I like the idea of taking this. I don't know if it's helping with my facial fat loss, but I'm going to stay on it. It's good for your health. It's supposed to be good for fat loss in your face. I'm loving having that. Okay, and then I went through a NYX Jumbo Stick in milk. Of course, I have about 4 backups of this. This is what I use on my lid, and look at that. I mean, I use that all the way up. Well, I probably used it down and then it fell out, but oh yeah, every day, right here on the inner corner. And then I go over it with an eyeshadow. Okay, my last one was a big favorite. In fact, I think I'll put this in my favorites next month. The Tylenol Cold Max Liquid. My niece told me about this. And okay, y'all, if you have a cold or allergies, sinus stuff in the liquid form, this makes me sleep so good. It puts me into a deep sleep like NyQuil, but a softer, gentler sleep. NyQuil, I mean, it knocks me out hard. This just gives me a gentle, good, long sleep, which I find, well, it is very healing. So I love this Tylenol Cold Max, and I definitely replaced it, and I love it. I have to force myself not to use this too much just to sleep, because the sleep it gives is so lovely. It's so nice. Okay, and that is the end of my empties for this month. Let us know down below anything you're loving, and that's all I have for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.